In the following demo, we'll take a look at Ivanti Neurons for healing and how it can help IT solve common pervasive challenges across different discipline areas of IT. Typical challenges reported by IT departments are the lack of automation of repetitive tasks, the high cost of delivering IT services, and poor efficiency, accuracy, and compliance. Let's have a look how Neurons for Healing can help. Neurons for Healing are automation-powered bots that perform tasks to free up staff time and proactively fix issues to improve compliance, user productivity, business continuity, and resource optimization. Thanks to a vast array of pre-built content, customers can get up and running in just minutes with no code experience required. Each of these categories contain healing neurons that IT can use to automate repetitive tasks. We prefabricate a number of neurons to provide a rich out-of-the-box experience, which helps IT get up and running quickly. If we look in Neurons for Compliance, for example, we can see capabilities which let us take automated action against scenarios such as missing disk encryption, incorrect UAC settings, or critical security events on devices. If we look in User Productivity, we can automate healing actions against scenarios like application crashes or low disk space scenarios. Now, healing might involve applying corrective logic to eliminate or work around a problem, or it might involve the invocation of business processes to automatically empower the correct resource to mitigate the issue. Let's take a closer look. At the heart of Neurons is a powerful workflow engine, which provides a low code/no code interface to quickly and easily tailor functionality to meet the organization's needs. A user can start by modifying the existing out-of-the-box neurons to review and edit any required parameters before choosing how they want them to run. Or they might choose to create a new one, leveraging our expansive library of available content to build powerful capabilities in seconds. Whether you want to take automated action against scenarios like failing laptop batteries, failing hard drives, overheating devices, poor login times, or you just want to consolidate your existing detection and mitigation scripts, Neurons for Healing can help. Neurons can be run on demand, which is where they're invoked manually as and when needed by an administrator, or they can be configured to run automatically to a schedule based on definable settings. So let's take a closer look at this example of a healing neuron. Keeping on top of disk space can be a challenge for IT admins. If they're being proactive today, it normally involves running reports, contacting the owners of devices to alert them to low disk space issues. And this, of course, prevents the admins from working on higher value projects. So let's see how we might empower an admin to get their time back by offloading this work onto Ivanti Neurons for Healing. So if we click on the free disk space stage, we can see that the required parameters have been configured to choose the drive letter we want to check and the percentage of free space threshold. So if the C drive has less than 20% free space available, the criteria for this query will be met. We're then going to attempt to automatically heal this low disk space condition by cleaning up old content. This is going to delete content from temporary locations and empty the recycle bin of content that's older than a configurable age in an attempt to clean up disk space. Once the cleanup process is completed, we're then going to perform a reassessment of available disk space. At this point, if we were able to successfully reclaim disk space, the workflow would stop here. But in the event the automatic cleanup couldn't heal the low disk space condition, we can use these filters to apply conditional logic as to what happens next. So in this example, we're providing conditional actions based on the severity of the issue. So if the amount of free disk space remaining is between 6 and 20%, we perhaps want to display a pop-up message box in the user's session, advising them to manually clean some disk space. If, however, the remaining disk space is between 0 and 5%, then the issue is going to be more critical, as devices with low disk space are much more likely to experience performance and stability issues. In this case, we're going to automatically create a support ticket in Ivanti Service Manager, using variables to pass through the affected devices. All we have to do from now is from the settings is we can choose the target device groups we'd like this to apply to. And optionally, we can configure and enable the schedule as to when this job will automatically run. So not only is this going to free up time so the IT admin can now focus on more valuable tasks, it also boosts user productivity by automatically healing disk space as it becomes low and giving the user early notice to take action. So let's have a look at this in use. So we can run this manually by clicking the Run Now dialog. We can override the default groups and we can click Run Now. And this is going to use our edge intelligence technology to go out and reach thousands of endpoints in just a few seconds. We've already got the results back. We already know which devices are experiencing low disk space, and we can monitor the performance of this in real time. So we can see the devices came back. We could see the automation cleanup. If we wanted to, we could find out exactly which files have been cleaned up. And we can see that in this case, we've displayed a message onto the device. And if we go across to the device, we can see here that, hey, we've got action required. Please delete any old content or contact IT if assistance is required. Finally, we can see an audit trail of all actions that have been performed across all neurons, which is accessible from the Neurons home screen. That concludes this demo.